What is up, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So, as you could tell, we are reviewing the movie Palm Springs on Hulu today.
Starring Andy Samberg and Kristen Milioti. So in this movie, Andy Samberg's character, Niles, is stuck in a time loop. And on one of these days, he meets Kristen Milioti's character, Sarah, and drags her into this time loop as well, where the action begins. So this is a rom-com film that is featured on Hulu. Alright, so let's get into the pros and cons of the movie.
So, the first few on my list are just kind of generic and not really, pointing out things in the movie. But I like how it kept you interested. I like the actors involved in it who, participated in the film. And I thought it was just dumb funny. There were some parts that were just dumb, but it was funny, if that makes sense. I liked how the main characters, Niles and Sarah, made a good duo, good co-stars in the movie. So I liked how there was a big plot twist in the middle of the movie, you weren't expecting it at all. You knew something was gonna come, but you didn't know that was gonna come. There was this part in the movie where the guy was so basically in the loop, your day resets when you either die, go through the loop, or fall asleep. And this guy named Roy, he's trying to go after Niles and all of that, and he hasn't gone after him in a few days. And then Niles goes to see him, and he was like, I haven't seen you in a while, to Roy. And then he was like, yeah, because when I first... He didn't get it at first, so I had to explain it to him.
I didn't hear what he said, but it's so funny.
And then he also didn't hear it resets when they fall asleep.
No, that's what I mean. I didn't hear the beginning where they talked about that.
Oh. He was like, yeah, because the girl, Sarah you were with, blindsided me and hit me with the car, and I was in the hospital for a few days, and the nurse wouldn't let me sleep because...
They thought that he'd be in a coma.
Yeah, because they thought he would go into a coma. So he was asleep for days. It doesn't sound funny.
And he wasn't even a real cop.
Oh yeah, he was playing a cop. It doesn't sound funny when we're explaining it, but it's hilarious in the movie, or at least
that's actually I think that's the funniest part.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a lot of people agree or think that's even a funny part. Well, that's by far the funniest part.
I was cracking up, and he didn't get it.
No, I was dying.
No,
I was literally dying.
So the last one on my list is how the whole loop made Sarah come to reality that she needs to get her life back together, in check, which by the end of the movie, you from the start, you see how she is, and you see how she develops all the way through the end, which I really like that because her whole character evolved.
And some of the pros for me are gonna be it's just an overall good rom-com, and there's even a sci-fi element to it with the time loop and all that stuff going on, and Sarah trying to figure out how to stop this and get back to the world that they were in prior. But yeah, this movie has really good pacing to it. It's only 90 minutes. You don't feel like it's dragging on. You don't feel like it's even too short. It's kind of just a perfect length. Plus, just the whole time loop thing, to me, I like the idea of people reliving the same day. I like those kind of movies. So yeah, that's just an automatic boost to me being interested in the film. I also think what this film does really well is, well, personally, I'm not into rom-coms all crazy, but this one is good because it has a good balance of the romantic side, the comedy side, as well as the added sci-fi side to it. It's all mixed together really well, where it doesn't feel like one's overpowering the other. And also, like she said, there's a few twists in the story or in the film that make it more interesting and keep it interesting throughout. And the last thing I like about this film is also the fact that it feels like reality now. Because of the whole quarantine thing, we're almost living the same day over and over again. If you think about it, what we do. So it was interesting to look at it like that. We're kind of in a time loop right now. What? So there's not really many cons in this movie. The only thing I would say is it doesn't have that fall asleep to movie replay value, if you guys know what I mean. There's certain comedies or even rom-coms that are just great to fall asleep to at night. I mean, I don't do that anymore, but I used to. And yeah, I don't know if this stands up to that level of greatness. Alright, so that's gonna be the review for Palm Springs 2020. You can find it on Hulu. Our final rating for this movie is...
So I give it an 87.
So you loved it?
Yeah, it was really good.
An 87? Okay, so I will give it a solid 80. I thought it was really good as well. I know a lot of critics and stuff are saying it's like incredible, like groundbreaking. But yeah, I don't see it regarded as that high. It's still a really good film, and I recommend anybody that's into those kind of films to check it out for sure. Alright, so that's going to be the film review of Palm Springs 2020. You can find that film on Hulu. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you've seen this movie or if you plan to see it. Also let us know your thoughts on it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Matt.
My name's Nicole.
And we'll catch you next time.